Today's video is about fish. One of my favorite things to make a video about is fish, because fish are one of my favorite things. Stick around for the entire video. I'm going to introduce you to some new fish. I've been to the pet store and I've bought some new fish. This is a fish that I have never kept before, so stick around. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I hope you will like and subscribe. Subscribing to a YouTube channel is free. This channel does videos about different topics, and I hope it's things that you'll enjoy and encourage you. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video is published. Now to today's video. I've been in the fish keeping hobby for many years, but I've always stuck with the easy to keep fish, beginner fish, community fish. So I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and maybe try to keep some fish that might be a little more difficult to keep alive. Also, I've never had a large tank. I've always tried to keep my tanks 10 or 20 gallons. I want to be able to move those tanks myself and not ask anybody for help. So I have quite a few tanks, but they're all 20 gallons or less. Well, that is until Christmas. For Christmas, one of my sons gave me a 75-gallon tank. So I've decided to get out of my comfort zone and buy a fish that's not exactly a beginner fish, but for an average fish keeper. Now, I would love some of those big cichlids, but some of those say advanced. So one step at a time, I decided to go with these. I went to Petco and I bought 3 electric yellow cichlids, also called yellow labs. They're supposed to be semi-aggressive and territorial. I think they're going to be okay in that new 75-gallon tank. And if you will notice on the tag at Petco, it says care level is average, not easy, and easy is what I've been used to. I'm going to have to step up my game to keep these yellow labs. I'm very excited. Now, the 75-gallon is not ready yet, and these guys are so tiny, I'm going to let them get a little size in this 10-gallon. I set this 10-gallon up about 3 weeks ago, and now I'm letting the bag of labs float and just acclimate in this 10-gallon that I've set up. What I've read online about these cichlids, and also what it said on the Petco label that was on the tank, that these fish like a temperature of 72 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, I've got a heater in the water and a thermometer, and it looks like I've got the water at 80 degrees. So after about 35 to 40 minutes and the bag had floated in the tank, I released these 3 fish into my tank. Well, I am so happy and excited about releasing these new fish into this tank. Comment down below and let me know, do you get the same thrill when you buy a new fish? You pick it out, you bring it home, and you release it into your tank? There's just something so fun about it. Comment and let me know how you feel when you get new fish. Well, I've seen on YouTube videos and read online that you're really not supposed to just dump the bag of fish into your tank. I think they think that the water that you brought from the store might contaminate your tank. So I have started, several years ago, always pouring the bag of fish into something, and then I dip the fish out one by one and put them into my tank. Now, I don't really know why you do that. If you know, comment and let me know what's the big fear about pouring the water that was in that bag you brought from the fish store into your tank. If I bought fish online and those fish were shipped to me or mailed to me and those fish had been in that bag for several days, I definitely don't pour that water into my tank, because you could visibly see the fish poop in the water, so you knew that water was really dirty. So I always knew that wasn't a good idea to pour that dirty water where you could visibly see fish poop in the water into your tank. But I have to admit, I don't really understand why, if you just bought the fish and you brought them home and you poured them into your your tank or put them in your tank pretty quickly and you didn't visibly see fish poop, I have to admit I don't know what the big fear is about adding that to your tank, especially if you didn't pour all the water in there. But comment and let me know what you think and what you do. What is your protocol when you buy new fish and you're releasing them into your tank when you get home? It's been about 3 weeks since I brought the yellow labs home, and here's some footage of what they look like now. They're doing well, they're growing. One of them is quite a bit larger than the other two. And at first, on that first day, they were all about the same size. So it is interesting that one of them is growing faster than the other one. As I've done a little research online, it's making me think that maybe that larger one is going to be a male. I've heard that the males are larger. Now, when I was in Petco that day, I just couldn't resist buying some more fish. So not only did I buy those 3 electric yellow cichlids or yellow labs, I also found these. This is a fish I have never kept before, but I really like them. I picked up 5 Serpae Tetras. I really like them. They're really a cute tetra. I don't know why I've never kept them before. They're easy, or supposed to be. They are semi-aggressive, and that's something that I typically don't like in a fish. But in this tank, all I have is this one old angelfish. I can't even tell you how old this angelfish is, but he is old, or she. I don't know if it's he or she, but I've had this angelfish for years and years and years. And he's just up here in this tank by himself, and I just decided to add these 5 Serpae Tetras in with him. And we'll just see how they do. But I think they're just darling, and they're adding that little bit of color to this otherwise kind of blah tank. The Serpae Tetra likes the water temperature to be 72 to 82 degrees. Well, that's the same temp as those yellow labs I just purchased. But the angelfish, they like that temperature as well. So I think these Serpae Tetras and this angelfish are going to be great tank mates. It's been a couple of weeks, and the tetras seem to be doing great. They seem to be thriving in this tank. But I noticed as I was taking this footage today, there is a guppy in this tank. There is a random guppy. Do you see him now in the background? I don't know where that little guy came from. Apparently, he was hanging out in this tank with this angelfish for a long time, and I never realized that little guppy was in this tank. Well, he actually seems happier. I guess he was kind of scared to get out and swim around when it was just he and the large angelfish. But now that I have the tetras, he's out and about and swimming around. But I wanted to dip him out and put him in the ugly tank. You know, I have that ugly tank where I just put random fish that I don't really know what to do with. And there are some kind of blah guppies. I've got a guppy project going on where I'm trying to put my pretty guppies in 2 different 10-gallon tanks, and then I'm putting my guppies that aren't very colorful in an old 20-gallon just to kind of sort them. So that's what's going on. So that little blah guppy has been removed from the tetra tank. So now I've got my 5 pretty Serpae Tetras and my angel, and everyone's doing fine. I also want to point out that I have upgraded my heater in this tank. I got rid of my little cheapy Walmart heater, and I bought an Aquarium Co-op heater. I'm really liking the Aquarium Co-op heater. So shout out to Corey McElroy and Aquarium Co-op. I love the heater, Corey. I've actually bought several of them. Well, thanks for watching today's video. I love fish keeping, and you must too, or you wouldn't be watching this video. Comment and let me know, what do you have in your fish tanks? Well, thanks a lot, y'all. I maybe will follow up with another video soon and let you know how the 75-gallon is coming along, how my yellow labs are doing, and how my new Serpae Tetras are doing. Well, thanks a lot, y'all. Happy fish keeping. Until next time, bye.